Hello and welcome back to round one back nine coverage here in Shelton, Washington for the 2025 Discrafts Cascade Challenge. BigBarri commentary bringing you the action, of course. Paul, Ulibarri, Jeremy, Koling, and a cast of 4 of the finest disc golfers you could ever assemble.
Yeah, you're not lying. But they got a test in front of them coming into this back nine. We'll give Isaac a B on the first test.
I think a B plus.
Yeah, let's say B plus. We'll say B plus. Sure.
Yeah, top 10. That's great.
Yeah, but he just missed so many putts.
Fair.
So
well, that's why it's not an A. That's why it's not an A.
Yeah, I just can't do it.
Well, we're starting off here on the island hole. Only 285 feet, but just enough trees to make a little tricky line. Keep you honest, that little log right there is kind of annoying too. You get one over the concrete wall low, try to slide up, and you're going to hit that one square. So just got to air one on there, but it's kind of hard to skip out. So once you get in...
Ooh, this is bad. You could kick these trees. Doesn't. You lucky son gun.
Well, 2-time world champ.
He's like, what? Really? How is that inbounds? Those were his exact words. I just read his mouth. I'm not kidding. Rewind. Paul McBeth going with the putter. Nose up. Gliding past the silly log. Nope. He's probably like, what?
Scary putt coming. You know he's going to run it, but there is OB quite literally bullseye away on the backside of this pin.
Heavy on the Annie. Trees are over there.
Safe, though.
Yep.
The drop zone is definitely not a putt you want either. You can find yourself taking a double bogey really quick.
This looks really, really good.
Yep.
Because it is. New disc. New stable disc. Maybe the red one's gotten too flippy. That one's orange. What does he throw? The tactic?
Yeah, he loves that thing.
Yeah.
The drop and all the...
Or maybe it was, and it's just the camera angle makes it look a little weird.
Ricky from distance. Good bid to give it height. Give it a chance.
You didn't think so.
I think he's just getting the mulch off the bottom of his disc. All right, Paul, setting the scene with a dramatic entry. Oh, my goodness. That was nasty.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I like how he just followed him into it, too. That was so casual. He just walked in, lined it up for just a moment, locked his hands on the pole, took a little stroll to get that thing out of the basket.
His hand was so still when it came out of his hand. You know, like held to the same spot. That was awesome.
Didn't move. Super disciplined.
Rob. Center.
And if you're trying to learn how to putt with the fundamentals that most of the greats have, don't watch Isaac. Watch everyone else. Don't watch Isaac because he follows off to the right side of his body. It's so hard to do that, yet he has perfected it. I really feel like Isaac is an anomaly in that way.
And everything that he does, really.
If you saw his putt when he was like 19 years old and you saw him throwing, you'd be like, man, you're a great thrower, but you'll probably never win a Worlds because you can't make that putt under high pressure situations. And then, then you have dinner with him 10 years later and you're like, why do you have 5 world titles? What's going on here? Four down for Isaac through 10 holes. Are you giving him an A- now?
You got to get through these two to get any sort of grade on this back nine. Hole 11 really tough.
Yep.
679. I mean, I would say straight, but it's not. It's
No.
just ziggy zaggy.
It's windy.
And just get as much distance as you can off the tee. Try not to hit a tree, and then you'll be able to manufacture a scramble shot into the green.
That illustration of the tee sign during the drone flyover is hilarious.
Yeah.
It just shows a straight hole. I guess it is in some ways, but not in the way that it plays.
Like this, fantastic, even though...
Oh.
No, still good. He's going to be right behind that stuff.
It
Kind of
just
buried.
really
No, great.
wanted to keep going.
400 feet in distance.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You just got to beat these ones. And then you're like, okay,
Yep.
whatever.
Whatever at this point, correct. But if you do move a little bit to the left side, you will have a super straight line on the second shot.
Turn.
Gorgeous.
You never know.
Just gorgeous.
Yep, really good.
Tough run up.
That's
But
okay. He might
you'll take
have a standstill from there. Oh, no.
Ricky
Caught
inside
the back
line.
foot.
Gets away with it because he gets all the distance
Oh,
and kicks
jeez.
back to the fairway. Oh, man. Wow. Tough break for Paul after that drive. Having to really contort the body and
I mean, that's the thing is, Paul's almost looked the best.
yeah.
And his was the worst.
Punishment did not match the crime.
Go in.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. Don't see too many people long in two, especially after they missed the gap by 10 feet to the left off the tee shot. Yep.
Standstill it is.
Yep, you're right about that. And if there's one player who doesn't mind a good standstill, it's one Niklas Anttila.
Almost into the bullseye. Calm down. That was really good.
Yeah, he essentially played the hole as well as it can be played.
This guy likes to stand still here and there.
Mm-hmm.
He'll get to try another one, maybe.
Hard thing about woods golf, you can be so close to your line. The closer you are to your line without hitting it, the worse the kicks are.
Yeah, it's better to be really bad than
Just bad. Barely.
barely bad.
Isaac gonna have to work for it. Back edge of the circle, 30 feet away.
If he wants a good grade from Professor Ulibarri,
Easy for you to say.
he's going to have to make that putt.
Mm-hmm. He's got some work.
That would have been easy if I was 6'8".
It's not always easy just because you're tall, Paul.
Is there a problem back here?
I think he's waiting for the players on 12 to tee off.
He's asking you not to talk right now. He's like, hey, I'm trying to putt over here, buddy. Oh, get it.
What a birdie. I believe there are 3 groups in total on hole 12.
Really?
So not too much of a rush on these shots right now. So I'll just send it in casually and slowly go get it out of the basket, said Isaac. McBeth with a par, and Niklas will casually work his way up here for his tap in from bullseye range. And that'll get him back under par. Up and down round for Niklas thus far, but anything under par today is going to play well. So, Isaac, Professor Ulibarri?
I said through 12.
Okay, we'll come back to it.
Discraft built for flight. Built for flight.
All right, guys, bear with us. We're going down a long one. 1109 through the Cathedral of Oaks, those curly oak trees on the left side. That's what the locals call them. Then we're going over these bushes for the second shot. A scatter plot of trees down the fairway. You are just kind of making things up as you go when you play hole 12. Such a difficult par 5, bound to create backups, bound to bruise players and take bogeys. As we're going big straight at the Cathedral of Oaks, and he hits that and drops down, fortunately, into the fairway. Coming off a double bogey on the hole before.
Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect.
It's probably going to set up sub 300 approach on that left side, which is the best way to the pin. Yeah, he's at 200 feet.
Wow.
Leaves that one short.
What catch
what
that.
a birdie. Wow. That hole was made with that second shot.
Yep. Niklas, heavy on the turn. It's going to get over to that right side, and it's just really hairy. Tough run up, but I would rather be over there, honestly, than tucked left.
We're talking 0.84 over par on a par 5. This is Northwood Black hole 12 numbers. When the wooded hole 12 par 5s come into play, they bring the noise.
What's the noise?
All the clattering you hear of the trees, just a bunch of clacks and whacks and dang it's. Occasional shoot darn, you know?
Yeah.
That's the noise I'm talking about.
The whack ducks?
Yeah, the whack ducks, exactly. This has got some promise. Even with that tree hit, that's a phenomenal drive.
He looks like he outdrives the fairway, but gets a lot of distance. That's about the only thing good about that.
I think you take it on this hole.
Yeah, me too.
Take the distance. Take the distance and figure it out.
Wow, look at this sidearm from Niklas.
295 in.
Unbelievable.
That's awesome. Very technical third shot coming, but from that position, awesome stuff.
Oh, this is great, too.
Just avoid. Yeah, all right. That was actually a helpful looking tree.
They're all going to be kind of in position.
Yeah. Coming into this hole, there had been only 4 birdies on the day on hole 12. And this is the last group to play. So showing how difficult it is. Rick in some danger here, finding the only gap that was probably accessible. Once again,
doesn't hit much.
Not
Good.
Sure where it went. Forward. Forward is crucial. So often a tree will get found and get kicked right, and you'll just get lost.
Yeah. And Ricky, just one of the greatest scramblers ever of all time.
Absolutely.
What is this shot from Isaac? Wow.
He's going to find himself within long putt birdie range. Wife approves.
Paul is not getting very lucky with his kicks and his lies.
Mm-hmm.
Going with a turnover with the stable disc. Does it hold?
No, that
Oh, wow. I think
one of the
it
few
does.
times that I didn't like that angle out of Niklas's
Yeah,
hand.
me too. But it was still trying.
Mm-hmm.
Little steep. You need a little steeper. Good kick, it looked like.
What a scrambler, Ricky. He's the only person you would ever see play this hole completely off the fairway except for the tee shot and end up with a par.
I bet you that's like the first time in 5 years he's thrown a putter tomahawk upside down.
But just figures it out because that's what scrambler champs do.
Yep.
All right, Isaac. Long look for the bird. Oh, off the top of the rim. You're not dissatisfied with a par by any means, but that was so close. Niklas also off the cage for birdie.
That's a crazy par.
What a weird way to take 5. I mean, you take Niklas, who played the hole essentially perfect. You know, minus one tiny miss of an angle on the approach. And then Ricky's just hacking trees down. Ends up with the same score on one of the hardest holes you're going to play in the world. All 4 pars, I mean, that's essentially a star frame. The hole plays nearly a stroke over par, so.
Are we doing this again?
No, that's a par 5. I don't call hole 12 at Northwood a par 6 because of the scoring average. I call it the whole par 6 because it is a par 6. You brought it up, I didn't. Hole 13 is a par 4 because it takes 2 throws to get there, which is an important designation for determining what par is. You want to get about 380 to 400 to get to this bend, and then you're going to throw another 350 to 360, dogleg right. This one can eat your lunch if you're off the fairway. This is a brutal dogleg hole.
So I'll maybe cut the corner and get a look.
Forehand?
No, cut the corner. Big backhand turnover. Through the completely right side. Like a luck shot, but it was pretty impressive. Like
Wow.
this way, right.
Like intentionally started his angle 45 degrees right?
Yes, yes.
Oh my gosh. How do you find that in practice? How do you discover that that's a possibility?
Oh, you just tried it and it worked. That's a great shot.
That's
right there.
ideal for Rick. He did that during the round today.
Oh, no.
Oh. I was like, man, who on God's Washington green earth would ever try that in a tournament?
No, I'm just saying it's an option,
Okay.
which is, you know, my
Keep it-
job to
Keep
say
in mind
that.
come Sunday.
Exactly.
These are all pretty dang good drives.
I think so.
Still going to be a very tough birdie. The second shot is highly demanding. And the third shot is also going to be highly demanding for Paul.
Little damp, grippy sidearm.
Overly grippy.
A little low.
I just find myself constantly like, kind of like almost like spitting on my fingers, or like just, you know what I'm saying, to get that little extra tack.
Yeah, I like
Because my
that.
fingers are too
Yeah, I like
too
the
dry.
tack. But I don't like the...
Oh boy.
Oh, I like this. Though.
Oh, come on.
I still like it.
Yeah, birdie look coming, but man, that had the good stuff on it. Great flex line.
Now get a kick now.
Forward. Forward on
fine.
13.
Yeah, he's got a look. I think. Yeah, he's got a look. He's too good not to. Paul going with the hyzer flip. Really flippy disc.
Wow.
You tricky son.
Yeah, that was a tricky shot. Going to have about a 45-footer. Maybe just a touch inside for the par. Slightly elevated basket. Worth noting. Have some long bids coming up. Niklas up first. Going to have to go with the big spike stall hyzer.
Oh my.
That would have been so cool. Perfectly judged distance. The dude just does not show any type of negative or positive emotion. Just even keeled as it gets.
Ooh, sails it.
That could be danger.
Very much so. Pardon me.
Imagine Paul knocks us down and gets a stroke on Ricky. Well,
I'm imagining.
yeah, it's looking likely.
Paul's made some nice ones today. That one on the island hole was...
Stone cold killer.
Mm-hmm.
Scary putt. Hard to justify for most people from that range.
Ooh. Give me that.
Ricky on the comebacker, a little obscured. And he is true. That's a good putt.
Yep.
So nice when you can have the confidence to give a long bid the true send, knowing that the comebacker is just not a concern. I'm giving Isaac A- now. He's been upgraded in my book. Pars in the last 2?
3.
Pars in the last 3. That's right. He made the par putt. Bogey free still? Are you kidding me? Bogey free at this point. You might actually go A.
Great. I'm giving him an A.
Yeah, it's A- to A. It's.
He's 4 under. The
Yep.
leader's at 5. That's an A.
Yep. Totally.
Tie at the top. She has to make it. No way! Nervy putt to win. Hanley! Her first Disc Golf Pro Tour elite event.
We have a breather.
Oh, thank goodness.
Everybody take a breath.
I'm
Hole
trying.
14, par 3, 412. This is a sidearm hole. Out towards that bush on the left we barely saw, and then have it hyzer to the right. I mean, it is you could do a hyzer flip, you could do a power flex. It's all a lot of room.
Check in here with Ezra Aderhold. A little short and right, but pretty good for the distance. And this guy's getting it done from C2.
Yeah.
Incredible, man. Check in with one of the best players in the PNW area over the last decade or more, Scott Withers. Getting that flex of the forehand. Getting that little leg kick there at the end. It comes up a bit short.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of bombed it, but this whole play's far. Watch how easy this one looks, though. Oh, well.
Whoops.
Probably had the distance, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I don't think that was a problem. Oh, goodness.
Whoa. What a scramble. Scotty gonna try to find something.
Squithers from deep. That gets him to even par. And Anthony, after that great approach, will tap out his par. Stay at 3 under. Well, Niklas is indeed lining up the backhand.
If you throw it with a little turn in front of that big guy right there, that's too much turn. Now it can't get there, I don't think. You can play it straight and slide it up in. Kind of trick the hole. But it's more of a straight shot than anything. And Ricky's got to be just like licking his fingers for a hole like this.
Yeah.
Saw the little bushes move over there. So he's going to have a tough lie, I think. Got the big tree.
Pretty open on the approach.
Oh,
Oh. Excuse me, sir.
that tree's like, I don't even know that guy.
Yeah. Whose man is this? Only one forehand from the group. Surprising with McBeth's forehand chops.
Very, very surprising. Long look from over there. Oh, here we go.
This is not the time to throw the forehand.
It is.
Maybe it is. Could you imagine Isaac just stepping up and birdieing this with the forehand, though?
Yes.
I mean, that would break me.
Uh-oh. Gonna have more work. Him and Ricky don't like to leave themselves easy par putts.
No. But they do like to make them.
Yeah.
So that's good. But for the time being, Ricky does not have a par look. He has a birdie look. Not an easy one, though.
Doesn't want to get it down on a knee.
It's not his way. But maybe it could be in the future. You don't really see Rick putting from the knee that often, though.
Only when he does a spinner.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he did one back on one of the early holes.
Same putt.
Hole 3.
No, weird. It was the same putt.
McBeth.
You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
low ceiling. He even had to go under stuff. I don't know. I'm not going to argue he makes a lot of putts.
I wouldn't either.
Like that one, for example.
That's one of the putts he's made in his life.
That's good.
The one Paul just made was one of the putts that Paul's made in his life, and that was a good par save as well. Kind of living up to what you're just saying about them. They both left themselves a little bit of meat on the bone,
Yeah.
but they cash it in. And as long as Isaac takes care of business, we'll walk away from 14 with
What's
4
this one
pars.
looking like as far as birdie rate and...
.03 over with 18 birdies on the day.
Okay. So tough. Very tough.
Yeah, it's just the whole back nine, man. It's just, especially after coming off that stretch, even though you are getting a breather in some ways on this hole, you just came off of this stretch of 11, 12, 13 that, you know, these guys didn't get punished brutally, but they also weren't getting birdies out there.
Yeah, the field got punished, though.
Yeah, and you can feel that. You know when you just got off a tough stretch. I mean, look at this. The last birdies were Niklas and Ricky a long time ago.
Yeah.
But the fact that we're not seeing any red on the scorecard in the last several holes is a good indication of the card starting to figure it out. But this is another really tough one.
Yeah, 770 in distance, but it like slightly goes to the left, so you can't just rip like a 500 footer off the tee. So tight, gradual flip up hyzer to, if you see one really get a hold of it, like this big guy right here, you can have like 280 in. That's about as good as you can do, I think. Hyzer flip and then move left, which is exactly that one.
Uh-huh. That's it.
I wonder. My imagination. Oh, just over 300. Yeah, so.
It is really tough to get closer than 300 feet. And we know that we're seeing these blue poles on the ground. There's a blue, white, and red poles on the ground that indicate 300, 200, and 100 feet into the pin. Ezra leaves it just outside the circle. And once again, cashes in. Man, so many birdies.
He's a number one putter from Circle 2 in the world right now.
Is he really?
He's number one. So we're seeing why. He makes a lot of them.
That is news to me.
Yep.
Whoa. Right at the 300 pole. Incredible drive.
Yeah, it was an absolute nuke.
So 470 feet if we're going to take the distance they give us on the T sign.
Oh, a little help. There you go. Not going for distance, more of a placement shot, it looks like, and he's probably going to have another bad lie over there.
No kidding. Strange round in that way. Niklas being forced to go off the beaten path a bit with the forehand out wide. Hard to say where that ended up, but I didn't hit anything early, so it's probably a good indication.
Yeah, he'll have a shot to scramble again, try to get himself a par. Yeah, another bad lie. Just like a weird run up. Just beat that. That's an A plus.
Whoa.
Effort. From there.
Yeah,
that's really good.
A birdie look from back there is great. Didn't have the best lie. Long way to go. Made the most of it. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that makes bogey tough. Kicking left is the worst thing. Gets more dense the more left you go. Oh. Helpful. Can't walk up and place it in a better spot, I don't think. Hole kind of forces you to that 30-foot mark.
Yeah, You're happy with that for sure for Rick? I mean, even with the great drive like he just had, your second shot is just limited to very few options. None of them are that great. Each one brings in a series of trees on the way to the pin. If you're seeing Niklas go tomahawk, you know he's not in a great place, but man, he did a good job with that.
Yep. Yeah.
Gonna have a look for the bogey.
Back in 2011, this was a par 5.
I could see it.
Long time ago.
How many times have you played here?
5 times.
Really, that many?
Yeah, 4 or 5 times.
Ricky, unfortunately, low on the putt. That one stings. Just know how tough of a hole this is. Have an opportunity for birdie. You'd love to knock that down. This one is playing .45 over par. And we just saw one of the 12 birdies on the day. His brother was one of them.
Good catch again for the bogey.
This
Living on
hole
the left
does
side.
yield many double bogeys. But not on this card, not today. The third highest double bogey yield on the course.
Okay, Ezra gets to 7.
Isaac right there at 5.
My buddies and I just helped grow the global disc golf community. Check it out. We got our favorite shirts at Quirky Goodies, and a percentage of the sales proceeds go to the Paul McBeth Foundation. They build great disc golf courses all around the world. I picked up 3 shirts for myself. This one's my favorite. Hey, if you're like me and you're always looking for a discount code, use this one, JomezPro 15. That'll give you 15% off. QuirkyGoodies.com. Buy a shirt, make a difference.
Hole 16, par 3, 350 feet. This one gets really far right. You got to pick. Are you going the inside route or are you going to go on the outside route? 2 very different shots. It's going to be tough to get there with anything other than a forehand, but yeah, I shouldn't say that right before this guy throws.
I think you're right. I think it'd be tough.
I certainly expected him to be a little higher with that one, but man, he was going to get there without that little tree
Still
in the
there.
way.
He's there. Just outside the circle, he's there.
That was an awesome shot.
Oh, watch the grippy fingers.
Inside route.
Oh, the
Just
grippy fingers.
barely.
Strikes again.
Yeah, there is a high backdoor hyzer. Once again, McBeth going away from an obvious forehand. Something to note potentially. Not quite sure if there's something going on with his elbow or if it's not comfortable, but seeing him not throw forehand on 14 or 16 is interesting for me. Oh, man. I like that one out of Niklas's hand.
I think, you have to throw really fast. Disc that flips. If you throw slow, 90 billion trees in the way of that.
Uh-huh.
And he just went through them all right there.
Good approach.
If we could rewind it, which we can't, but maybe someday in the future that would be cool. We'd see Isaac, I think, through a little faster disc.
Wow, right on the money for Rick. Great approach.
hyzer did not work. I think those trees have grown up.
Yeah. Seen a couple get up there, but it's really, really tricky. Isaac high. Off the band. More than likely a full set of pars coming up here on 16.
I'm wondering if he doesn't, because he doesn't know that he hit the tree and he ends up left, if tomorrow he throws the shot, tries to turn it more, hits the trees because he doesn't realize that he threw it perfect.
He actually
you know what I
threw it.
mean?
Yeah, sure.
Sometimes I think that happens more often than we think. That we throw something bizarre happens on the green, and then we're like, how did I get there?
We attributed that to a bad shot,
Yeah.
but it wasn't.
Exactly. Food for thought. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Eagle McMahon working his way up there in a three-way tie for second place. On to 17, another pretty forced forehand this time. It really bends right hard. And it has to really keep moving off to the right side. Backhand is possible, but once again, another par 3 favoring the forehand. And here comes Ezra to prove me wrong. Here comes Ezra to prove me wrong. Still not home. Got some work to do.
Wow, that looks nice.
It's a good skip hole.
Man, it looked like it was a little inside, but that
It
had
still
a lot of
pushes
power.
long.
Yeah.
Scary putt for AB here. For others, not for AB, but that's a scary putt for any right-handed player.
Third stepper we've seen him. One was for Eagle.
And it's crazy to see him at 4 under through 16 holes when he was 4 under through 3 holes.
Yeah.
But fighting back, getting to 5 under now. Really inside here for Isaac. Not sure if that one got through or not. I assume not.
Needs a monster skip.
Gonna
deal.
get a monster skip. Sit.
Yeah, go.
Sit.
Go.
No,
go.
why
Yeah,
are you saying that, Paul?
Go.
Stop saying that.
He's gonna make it anyway. It's more exciting for us.
That is how the hole is played. This is a skip forehand hole. Man, the only other thing I could think of, if it's not some sort of injury, is that once you start getting into the backhand mindset, you just want to stay in one lane and just fight through and not have to keep switching things up. But I don't know.
I mean, we're seeing Niklas do it as well. This is a perfect hole for him.
Yeah.
Really? Another beautiful kick.
Well done. He did what he needed to do. What happened after that was, just chance.
Another one he's going to throw the same next round.
At 40 feet.
And he's gonna hit
got
the
a
tree.
par putt coming. He's going to make it, more than likely.
Is Isaac going to go bogey free today?
I like his chances right now.
Me too.
We got one hole to go. 18 can't be tricky.
How hot is that?
Come
catch?
on.
Wow,
McBeth.
what a putt.
What a string of pars. That's got to be driving him absolutely bonkers, but it's impressive on this course.
These baskets today have been loving that left side.
Uh-huh.
Few people.
Let's see if Niklas can drop this one in for birdie. He certainly can. Gets under par for like the 4th time of the day. Ricky's so close to being bullseye. Ends up going down the hill, and hi there. It's in.
Doesn't matter. The rollaway doesn't matter. And that's
yeah, if
fine.
he missed that, you would have felt a little bad.
Yeah, but I knew. You know, like you said, you just know these things.
That's not really fair with Rick because you just kind of always know. Like, it doesn't take an expert to think that Ricky's going to make his 25-footer.
No, I know. Right. That's what we all knew, except for you. All right, we've got a bunch of people bunching up there at the top, don't we?
Yeah, a lot of people at 5. It's a great score. Hole 18. Got to get through these trees on this left side. Coming down the fairway. Want to get up to this flat spot. Right here is perfect. Then you can see this little mini steps up to the basket elevated. It's not too difficult after you throw a great drive, but the drive is pretty tricky and the kicks can put you in some really precarious positions. Take a look at Barella.
Ooh, that's got to slow down.
Yeah, this could go be long.
Yes.
Oh, it curls back in, Paul.
Oh,
No
off of the
way.
little ricochet.
Are you kidding me with that type of approach on this hole?
Wow.
Didn't know you could go that far on this hole. Incredible.
Well, that secures him maybe a spot on the lead card.
He gets the last 3 of the last 4 to get to 6 under par. And I believe you're right. I think that's going to get him onto lead card.
Ricky turning.
What a fighting day for Ricky to start off 2 over par. Tricky par save on the second hole. Had to make a tough putt on the third hole. And then from there, just kind of doing Ricky's thing. Just off the fairway, fighting his way through, making some good putts.
Brutal.
Great looking shot to get that poor of a result for Niklas.
Isaac could get 6 under now with a good tee shot here. I'd say that's a good tee shot.
I think that's a good tee shot. That is in the prime time zone at the top. Looked like McBeth slipped a little. Didn't seem to affect his throw too much.
It's going to be buried, I think.
Yeah, it did affect his throw.
Not a lot of timing. Or, I mean, not a lot of power on there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Niklas just trying to get back into position. I'd say that works.
Wideheiser gets... Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
Rick will finish the day at 3 under par with that bullseye approach. About as close as you can get to get bullseye on hole 18. Isaac unable to capitalize with the approach. He's going to set himself up for an elevated 33-footer. McBeth will walk away with pretty much birdieing the entire back 9. Or parring, excuse me, which feels like birdieing the entire back 9. It's actually an incredible score for the back 9.
Yes.
Just strange to see it done without any birdies or bogeys. Opportunity squandered from Isaac. He's got work to do. He'll be out again. Oh, just over the rim.
Yeah, snuck it over, didn't he?
Woo. Solid A. We'll give that one I'll give the Niklas's round a B minus.
Ricky, A.
I'm gonna give Ricky
Minus.
a B plus.
B
Maybe
plus, okay.
Yeah. Just the way that he was resilient after the early troubles and then just didn't find any more bogeys for the rest of the day. This is a course you got to scramble at. He's a scramble king, so he's got to be in the mix. Because if he keeps doing that, he's going to find himself in the mix come round 3.
Yeah.
Ezra Aderhold, the hot round, 7 under. Barella and Gavin Phillips at 6. And then quite a few players at that 5 under mark. Eagle McMahon getting the nod due to the PDGA number.
Tomorrow's going to be interesting. I think the weather, I hope the weather is a little better.
I think it's going to improve.
And if it does get better, then I think we'll see our first double-digit under par round tomorrow.
You think?
I do think that.
Well, round 1 was pretty tricky, but when the weather improves and the tournament continues, usually the players figure it out.
Yeah, agreed.
So, well, we got 1 round in the books, 3-round event. That means we got 2 more to go. Weekend comes. We got moving day tomorrow. Like, subscribe, do that, do it. We ask every video, but we want you to do it this time.
Do it right now.
And we'll get to 500K, which means something to us. It's like a number that's kind of fun to celebrate. Maybe we'll send you guys a disc if we do that. Who knows? No promises. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you to the Founders Club. Love you guys. Bye.
Sunshine, get up on my body, know it truly, I feel fine. Get up, watch your body, and I feel that sunshine. Get up on my body, know it truly, I feel fine.